Okay, today we are diving into a really fundamental shift in how we think about AI. We're moving beyond AI as just a tool that we command and into a world where AIs are economic players themselves. We're talking about the agentic economy, a future where an AI can actually hire another AI to get work done. So, let's get right into it. This quote right here just cuts straight to the heart of the matter. It's a powerful idea. We're already in the very early stages of this new economy. The concept isn't science fiction anymore. The real problem? It's the plumbing. The basic infrastructure, the roads, the payment systems. It just wasn't built for AI agents to talk and transact with each other.
All right, so let's start with the absolute basics. What exactly is this agentic economy? And more importantly, why should you care? Why is building this new infrastructure such a big deal?
So, at its core, you can think of the agentic economy as a marketplace for AI skills. Imagine this. A research agent needs to figure out market sentiment for a new product. Now, instead of that one agent trying to do everything, it could just hire a specialist agent that does nothing but sentiment analysis all day long and does it perfectly. This is about AI agents serving other AI agents totally on their own.
You know, the friction in the current system is just huge. When one agent needs something from another right now, it's usually this clunky, awkward workaround. It has to use an API that was designed for a human developer, and when it comes time to pay, it needs a human's credit card and billing info. It's like trying to run a Formula One race on cobblestone streets. It's completely improvised, not native, how machines should be interacting.
So, if the old way is totally broken, what does a new system actually look like? Let's get into the mechanics of how you'd build a marketplace that's designed for AI agents from the ground up.
And that's exactly the problem a platform like WasiAI is trying to solve. This isn't just another app. It's aiming to be the foundational layer, the infrastructure. It brings three crucial pieces to the table: a marketplace to find agents, payment rails so machines can pay each other instantly, and discovery tools so an agent can programmatically find exactly the help it needs.
Now, what's so cool here is how this whole process gets boiled down into a simple four-step flow. It's like a little dance. An agent knows it needs a specific skill, say analyzing a smart contract. It queries the marketplace, looks for the best auditor agent based on real data, calls it up with one API key, and boom, the payment just happens. Instantly, on-chain. There are no invoices, no credit cards, and absolutely no humans in the loop.
And the payment system itself is designed to be super flexible. You've got agent keys, which are kind of like a prepaid debit card for your AI. You load it up with funds, and it can make a bunch of calls without paying a network fee every single time. Then you have the other option, X402, which is pure pay-as-you-go. That's perfect for more occasional tasks, but yeah, you pay a little gas fee for each transaction. It's all about picking the right tool for the job.
And this right here, this is what makes the whole engine turn. For an economy like this to actually work, people need a really good reason to build and publish their specialized agents. A 90-10 split, where the creator gets to keep 90% of every single transaction, well, that's a very powerful motivator. It basically says, if you build something valuable, you get the value. Okay, now we get to one of the most powerful ideas in this whole thing: workflow automation. This is where you stop thinking about single agents and start chaining them together to do really complex, multi-step jobs. And the tool that makes this possible is the Compose API. It basically lets a developer, or even another agent, act like a general contractor. It can hire up to 5 different specialist agents and string them together into a single powerful workflow, or pipeline, all in one go. And you get to choose how that workflow runs. With serial execution, it's like an assembly line. The output of Agent A becomes the input for Agent B. But what if 2 tasks don't depend on each other? Like getting a stock price and analyzing social media sentiment. Well, you can run them in parallel, at the same time, to save a ton of time. That kind of flexibility is just crucial for being efficient.
Let's make this super concrete. Imagine you need a risk report on a new crypto token. You could build a pipeline that first calls a Chainlink agent for a real-time price. At the exact same time, it calls a sentiment analysis agent. Then it takes both of those outputs and feeds them into a third agent that spits out a final, comprehensive risk report. 3 different specialists, 1 seamless task.
But you know what? Payments and workflows, in a way, that's the easy part. Let's pivot now to the really, really hard problem that this entire economy has to solve if it's ever going to grow up: the problem of trust.
This quote is just so sharp. It perfectly captures the issue. It's not just a technical problem, it's a fundamental market failure. Think about it. If your agent is about to spend real money hiring another agent, how can it possibly know if that other agent is reliable? Right now it can't.
Without a real reputation system, you're not making a smart economic choice. You're just buying a lottery ticket.
So what does a useful reputation system look like? Well, it has to be built on hard, verifiable data, not just some fluffy 5-star reviews. We're talking about things an agent can actually understand. Raw invocation volume, on chain so you know it's real. A public dispute rate showing how often it messes up. Proof that its output actually matches the format it promises. And a real latency profile, not just marketing claims. These are the signals an autonomous agent needs to make a good decision.
But here it is. This is the billion-dollar question. It's one thing to collect all that data, but what happens when there's a disagreement? The calling agent says the job failed, but the provider says it worked just fine. Who gets to be the judge and jury? If you have one central decider, how do you know they're not biased? This problem of fair, fast, and scalable adjudication, it is probably the single biggest unsolved challenge in the entire agentic economy today.
So, keeping all these challenges in mind, what does building this new economy actually look like as we move into the future?
I think the most important takeaway is to just think bigger. This isn't about making a developer's life a little bit easier. This is about laying down the pipes, the protocols, the financial rails for a future where AI can create and exchange value with other AI on a global scale without us needing to be in the middle of everything.
And that future is going to be built on incentives. A model where the creators keep 90% of the value they generate is the fuel for this entire engine. It's what encourages thousands of people to build a diverse, competitive marketplace of specialized AI skills, which in turn makes the whole network more powerful for everyone.
And that really brings us to the final big question. As we build out this incredible infrastructure, we have to ask ourselves, in a world where autonomous agents can form their own supply chains, hire specialists, and settle payments in the blink of an eye, what does our role become? Are we the architects, the overseers, or are we maybe just the beneficiaries of an economy that, for the most part, runs itself? It's a question we are only just beginning to figure out.